We are pleased to have here Ettore Cavallino, who is the Senior Director of Development, Luxury Brands Europe and North Africa of Accor. I'm very pleased to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me. It's an honor and a pleasure being here with you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we are going to speak about Accor, of course, and about luxury brands in particular. And so the first question is just a scenario question. So how is the luxury scenario evolving in Europe, both in terms of products and of guest needs?
Well, world is running faster than ever, and hospitality, namely luxury, is really booming and running fast. Let me tell you a story, just to tell you how we need to anticipate and predict future. That is not that easy, but
Definitely.
we have to.
You call Nostradamus?
We are on that way. But for example, Raffles brand recently launched a campaign called The Butler Did It. I really invite you to have a look at this campaign because shows how today luxury is less formal but still elegant and exclusive, and how Raffles was pioneer. At the beginning of the 20th century, wealthy family used to travel with their own personal staff and butlers. Raffles Singapore was the first one proposing the butler as a service, as a hotel service. And this was really disruptive. And today we see how it's changing. Clients still want exclusivity, one-of-a-kind experience, but it's what we define quiet luxury.
Understatement luxury.
Exactly. Without forgetting sustainability, so eco-certified properties, local sourcing, food waste, and we see how luxury clients are willing to pay more for green or eco-certified hotels. Another example, I'm sorry if I talk too much.
No, never mind.
Luxury.
Just me that I make too much question.
Luxury has always been synonymous of abundance.
Yeah.
If you think of breakfast, luxury is where you can much easily, compared to other segments, do a la carte breakfast, avoiding food waste and delivering a personalized service. So luxury has a lot of opportunities to be much more sustainable, keeping its attractiveness for high spending clients.
Yes, but what I would like to ask you is somewhat if luxury doesn't change based on the guest provenience. I mean, if a guest comes from United States, rather from France, rather from Far East, rather from Middle East, the needs of this guest, I suppose they are not the same.
But they are definitely different. That's why we need to design hotels, and we are talking about hotels. Before it was more the room. Now we invest much more attention on the design of all the common spaces, the F&B area. Wellness is another story again. But yes, basically the in-room dining. Russians, Middle East clients will do a lot of in-room dining. So you need to think of it when you design a type of room that will be huge, because we are talking a luxury, so space in luxury is still very important.
Definitely.
US client will look for people, will rarely do room service. So yes, definitely, we need to be prepared, and the tailor-made approach that we need to have more and more will save us.
And in this context, which is the role of Italy?
Well, Italy is extremely lucky. First of all, because I cannot think of another country, even much bigger than Italy, with so many luxury destinations.
No, that's definitely true. Probably it is the country with the greatest number of luxury destinations compared to its dimension.
It is, but probably even outside dimension, because if we think of also of other big countries, if you start counting all the luxury destinations in Italy, it's amazing. Moreover, in Italy, what is today, coming back to your previous question, clients want a one-of-a-kind and local experience.
Yeah, definitely.
Private, unique, but local. And Italy, in terms of UNESCO sites, culture, gastronomy, landscaping. So Italy has always been a luxury destination. Even in the last 2 years, one of the most visited country in Europe for luxury guests, but can keep on meeting these expectations because I have some specificities that perfectly meet today's needs of our luxury clients.
Yeah, definitely. And just speaking about that, well, as you well know, the luxury offer in Italy has recently spiked. There is a lot of development in progress, a lot of new luxury hotels opening everywhere, especially in Rome, for example. Is there still room for your luxury brands, and where?
Yeah, it's definitely a great momentum. We are at Accor living this because we opened the Rent Express La Minerva. Signed the first Raffles in Como Lake, 4 Emblems coming next year in Italy, the Sofitel Genova. So yes, there is a great momentum. And yes, there is still space for our brands. For sure, collection brands, that it's the fastest growing brand, not only for Accor but also for our competitors.
Every measure at this moment, at least in Italy.
If I'm not wrong, in the last 8 years, the number of rooms of collection brands multiplied per 4 in the last 8 years. So for sure there is space for the collection. And there is space also for, let's say, new destination.
This is where, because since we have such a great number of luxury destinations, I suppose it's not so easy to create another one. Yes, of course, we have such a lot of wonderful places. Probably Puglia is the next luxury. It is not, if it is not already.
I would say it's already.
Yes.
And as you said, you're right. To create a destination, and it's not only on us. It's infrastructure, first of all. It's political. But yes, there is space for me. Next luxury destination is Umbria. We signed an amazing project not far from Perugia under the Emblems Collection, and Umbria. If you come down to Mars,
in partners with the AJ Hospital,
exactly, with the AJ Group. If you come down to Mars and you land in Umbria, you could easily think of being in Tuscany. So for us, Umbria is the new Tuscany, because in terms of landscape, in terms of culinary experience, it's absolutely pretty similar with great opportunities. Puglia is already. Sicily is going outside Taormina. So, for example, we see Palermo booming, also with the connection coming, direct connection to the US for Sicily. This will boost new potential luxury destination. I'd say Palermo, as I quoted before. Another place that I see, and we see, because we also need to be a little bit visionary sometimes, is Maggiore Lake.
Yes.
More than Garda Lake.
That's really interesting. You are not the first person that is speaking to me about Maggiore Lake.
Happy to
I'm
hear
sorry.
this.
No,
but I'm happy to hear, because if I'm the only one, I could, I could be a little bit worried.
I agree with you.
But yes, because
it used to be in the.
If you think of Stresa,
at the beginning of the 20th century, it used to be a luxury destination
when nobody was basically interested in Como Lake. So that's why more than Garda Lake, that is amazing in terms of landscaping.
Yes, but it's more mass market, La Garda Lake, especially the southern part.
Yeah, also because nationalities going there, it's honestly not a high-end, high-spending market. But Maggiore Lake is very near to Milan.
Yeah.
It's very near to Malpensa Airport, so you have a lot of intercontinental.
Fairly near to Turin.
Exactly. And in terms of, it's huge and you have some spots that are unique. So we are looking at some projects. I know also some competitors are doing. So Maggiore Lake, if I would have to bet, I would bet on Maggiore Lake
Maggiore
tomorrow.
Lake, that's interesting. And just because we have spoken about AG hotels, so which is the partner you prefer, the operator, the investor you prefer to partner with in the luxury segment? Have you any preferred typologies, or just an opportunistic?
It's for sure we have a great partnership with AG Group.
Yeah, definitely.
We are also working on a project in Milan with H&H. So definitely we want a partner well structured that has an experience in the luxury segment. We recently opened Sofitel to franchise for dedicated and selected partners, because we need to make sure that they can deliver the right experience to our guests.
Franchising from a quality standard point of view is always a little challenge.
Yes, but it's also a good way to partner with this kind of white label operator and to try to develop faster. Collection brands are open to franchise because ideally should facilitate conversions.
Soft brand, so it's okay.
Again, and in terms of course, investors and partners are different. I used to work when Accor was as a different organization, and I would like to spend a couple of words on the new organization later, if you
definitely
agree. But honestly, stakeholders are different from eco, mid-scale to luxury. That is both investor or partners. But yes, it's more an opportunistic. What we really need is to have the right project to make sure that that brand will be the right added value for the partner and for the investor. Because we really want our credibility is the most important thing that we have in terms of possibility to spend with the new partners and with new investors.
About partners, do you prefer, I don't know, family office, institutional investors, funds?
It depends. It depends. It's really opportunistic, and it depends on the capacity, because of course when you go to luxury, the size of the investment is pretty huge.
Middle East sovereign fund.
Well, but for example, Raffles Como was made with 3 Italian families and partially with the fund structure, but it's a local investor. So it's really, if it's the, of course, I was joking with an architect earlier this afternoon. He was telling me I don't even talk to people that doesn't have money. So if they have the possibility of doing this and the capability of doing the right product and the right project, we are happy to partner with any stakeholder at the right level. Okay,
the last question just about your new organization. As we all well know that recently there was a spin-off from your real estate division, Accor Invest, that today is called S&D. So what has changed after this spin-off, and especially how such evolution eventually impacted on the way your own investor-operator partner, in the way your partners relate with you? Something has changed? Or?
Well, I would say that the spin-off from Accor Invest, now S&D, it's really part of our journey to become an asset-light company.
Yeah, of course.
So basically, S&D is, and will be a strategic partner. What has really changed?
It's still participated by Accor Group.
Yes, ideally in the next 24 months we will exit our...
Yes, but currently it's still participated by Accor
Exactly, Group. Correct. But what has changed, and what was honestly a game changer in our success in luxury, because Accor was not a luxury player up to 10, but I would say even 5 years ago. It's a new organization that was a surprise also internally at the beginning, but the the creation of a luxury and lifestyle division to take care of luxury brands and lifestyle brands with dedicated teams and talents is making a lot of difference, because
So potential partners are looking at you in a different way?
yes, because the idea, the mission, and what we are doing now is acting like a small luxury company. For example, talking to my brands, of course, within Accor Galaxy that will bring all the potential of loyalty distribution, but every project has a tailor-made approach, one-of-a-kind attitude on the precise project. And this is making a lot of difference. So this is something that I see investors and partners are really appreciating, because really we act like a small boutique luxury retail company, of course, backed by Accor Power.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to
Thank
speak
you,
with you.
Massimiliano.
Good
Thank you
luck.
very much.
Thank you.